Hello, I'm James Preston and thanks for tuning into Kalkine TV for the Daily Crypto Catch. What do you do during a crypto market downturn? It's the question many newer and casual investors have been asking themselves throughout the past several months, as crypto's market cap has gone from record highs in November 2021 to now having lost around 2/3 of its total value. And if plummeting crypto prices weren't bad enough, some crypto projects like TerraUSD have gone completely bust. To add to that, many companies have been forced to terminate large portions of their staff, and some crypto lenders and exchanges, like embattled company Celsius, have halted customer withdrawals altogether. While for those new to crypto, all this might well seem like Armageddon, but for investors who have been in the game a little bit longer, well, they've seen all of this before. Mathematical trading indicator company XOR Strategy released a graph last week showing Bitcoin's price trajectory since 2011. What's interesting is that throughout the past decade, there's a very clear cyclical pattern which the graph labels bear then bull. It's a very simple pattern where there's a breakout in price, invariably followed by a dip and then a bottoming out. The graph shows this pattern has been repeated 4 times since 2011 and that it's currently in its bottoming out phase with another breakout predicted in mid-2023. So what do the more experienced crypto investors do during a bear market? In a Coindesk survey taken last week, some advice less experienced investors might find useful. First and foremost, know your objective before you buy in. This way, when the market turns downward, you won't be afraid to sell some of your position to free up some cash. Now, this might seem obvious to some, but for those in the crypto game, holding on to your investment no matter what, also known in crypto lingo as hodling, is a philosophy taken so seriously it borders on the pathological. The second piece of advice, which is tied somewhat to the first, is don't panic sell. Again, this comes largely from knowing your goals before you invest. Next, when the market turns sour like it has this year, those who are riding a wave as token values hit record highs in 2021 now have far less valuable positions. The novice investor will panic and want to make back their losses quickly, often engaging in risky one-off trades. This, more often than not, results in even further losses and, in many cases, total wipeouts. Even worse, those less experienced will try and use leverage, or borrowed capital, to put on those risky trades. This means if those trades fail, not only do they lose more of their position, but they then have to pay back the money that they leveraged. Interestingly, all the advice from experienced traders has to do with managing emotions, particularly fear and greed. The general consensus from experienced traders is to stay calm in the storm and recognise that the market is indeed cyclical. It's also worth noting that despite the market losing $2 trillion in its latest crash, tokens like Bitcoin have provided the best returns over the past 10 years as opposed to any other asset group, including shares, commodities and even property. Alright, at this point let's take a very short break and we'll be back with all the market news and today's winners and losers on the Daily Crypto Catch. Tune in to get the latest information.
Whether it's about market movements or the currency graph,
sectoral coverage or industry news.
We cover it all on our news segments.
Be on top of the latest news
with Kalkine TV.
Welcome back, I'm James and you're watching the Daily Crypto Catch exclusive to Kalkine TV. Moving on now to market news, and Bitcoin took a dip back under the 20k mark again overnight, but bounced back above the crucial support level this morning to recently trade at $20,200. Meanwhile, Ethereum dropped from yesterday, falling around 1.5% overnight, and was recently trading at $1,131. As for today's winners and losers, Convex Finance token gained 21% in the past 24 hours, to add to the previous day's 19% gain. Meanwhile, Curve DAO token also grew around 7% in the same period. On the losing side of the coin, Compound token dropped 7.08% overnight, whilst NFT gaming token Axie Infinity fell by 6.44%. Alright, that's all for this edition of the Daily Crypto Catch. Stay tuned to Kalkine TV for the latest market updates, business news and exclusive interviews. I'm James, signing off for now.